I just wanted to do a little video here of the mounting material I'm using for these front fenders. So we're going to just use a piece of 3/8 round stock from Home Depot. We're going to bend it probably at like a 90. And we're going to slide her up in here, and then I just cook these tabs up. Just some, I don't know, 16 gauge steel. Little like 1/4 inch hole there. Pretty fucking simple shit. Here's that round stock 3/8. I mean, some people might say it's a little excessive, but I think it'll work good just to hold the front of that on. So yeah, I'm gonna bend this up, and let's see how this goes. Just gonna keep shortening this up until it fits the way I want it. I'm just gonna eye it up. I'm gonna go a little long, make a mark where I think it's gonna go on good. Same with up here. Then I'll kind of just cut it that way. Alright guys, I went through and tacked those in. Just roughly tacked in there. Just little L-shaped bends on there. That'll hold the fender up. I mean, those are going to be pretty strong once they're welded. And I can still kind of bend them if I really need to, but I put this hood on, cut out what I needed to, which sucks ass. I did not want to cut this fucking factory hood, but there's really no way of getting away from it. It is what it is. I mean, without getting a cowl hood, which maybe someday, but it's a waste of money to me. But yeah, so obviously, and then I'll trim out whatever I need to, just a little bit, hopefully for that cold side pipe. But initially, I just wanted to. My bad. I'm probably yelling because the fucking TIG rig is at full blast there. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to get these body lines as close as possible on both sides. I mean, ideally, if this were a customer car, or if I really cared about it, I would be bolting in all the bolts before I did this completely, but I'm pretty confident that it'll be close enough. The back of the fenders need a spacer to bring it up to the hood, which isn't a huge deal at all. Especially on this side, you can tell it needs a spacer, obviously. Which I think from the factory they might even come with some. And I mean, these fenders kind of stood up on end in my backyard for a while, and this and that. So yeah, we got it really close on the hood on both sides, same exact gap. And then I will go under the car and tack on that little plate that I made to the bend. So I want everything to be exactly how it's going to be when I tack the little plate bracket to the bend. So yeah, let's get to it. You can kind of see what I got going on there. There's a little bit of a gap on that bend. I might squeak the tab a little over, or I mean, I can fill that gap. I'm really not too worried about it, but otherwise I might tip the bend up a little bit. But I mean, really, it's not a big deal. I'll be able to bend the tab whichever way I need it anyways. And same thing. I don't know if you guys can see that side, but that's all. I'm going to press this against the rail here, and I'm going to make a mark flush with the bottom of this bracket here. That way we can just paste our little bracket that we made on top of our 3/8 round stock here. I'll show you guys a little close up. So I'll make a mark right so it's flush with this here on the bottom, and then we'll put it there. And that'll give us our little post here, kicker, whatever. Here's what we got then, before we get them tacked on. It's kind of, I mean, those kind of look like a third grader fucking made them, but whatever, it's not a huge deal. They're gonna look alright. So yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna work with for the front headlight. I guess, what do you even call that? Valence. It's kind of like the plastic piece that holds the headlight, and then it holds kind of the bumper to the fenders, etc., etc. So yeah, let's get to tacking. Couple tacks on there. Keep in mind, guys, we're holding up a fiberglass front bumper. Aside from, we already have those pretty fucking rigid. Once they're welded, those things are gonna be super rigid. But I mean, we're holding up a fiberglass bumper here, not a fucking brush guard, so doesn't take much. We'll do that, and then I'm gonna figure out how I want to mount the hood. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about maybe coming up through here with a quick release. We'll see though. I haven't completely decided. Unless maybe I mount something off of here, right here, that comes up, and then it might hold the stud up here. I haven't completely decided. But next we're going to tackle mounting that intercooler, and then we'll go from there. So the headlight bracket also originally had holes in it for the previous intercooler, so the bigger intercooler from On3 has the same exact mounting points, which worked out phenomenal. I will have to butter up that compressor housing cover. I'm probably going to weld all three of those, and then I'll retap them on the other side to where there's more room. And so that fits in there like that. It's a little lower than I wanted, but kind of is what it is. It's so tight. I knew it was going to be that tight. That's why I didn't put the turbo in the grill kind of where I wanted it. So I think what I'm going to do down here is probably make some sort of bracket that bolts in here. I guess I don't know. There's no easy way of doing it, because it's got to be removable, you know. That's the whole trouble of doing the brackets on the bottom. Like, there's, without completely fucking cutting this to where there's barely anything here to try to slide it out and down, doesn't make sense. So I think I'll probably run a piece of tube from here to like here and stop it here, and then run a little like L bracket off of that, I guess, and then make, there's got to be probably 2 bolt connections here, maybe a bolt connection there, and then a bolt connection here. So if we can drop it completely straight out the bottom, that would be the most ideal way to do it. Otherwise, you got to take the whole front clip off to get the intercooler out, which sounds really fucking stupid to me. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do with that. And then we got a couple radiator mounts to make here, and we'll just keep on rolling here. Alright, I figured I'd just cut to the chase here. This is what I got going on for brackets for the bottom here. This way I'll be able to pull this bracket out, and then the intercooler should slide right down. And then this guy is gonna go here. Put a little cap on there. This bracket will get welded on. And yeah, that's what we got going on. Let's get it. There they are, fit up. Oh shit. I mean, you guys get the hint here. I'm not going to do those until I get those caps and these brackets welded on there. Then I'll put them on there. I just don't see a point in doing all this in position when I could just unbolt it. But yeah, that's how that's going to look. Hopefully that'll hold the intercooler up. If not, I might do like a little gusset here. Or double up. Maybe cut a little plate and put it here just so that isn't so bendy. But I think it might be alright. Especially once the intercooler piping's on. So yeah, alright, let's get moving on to the radiator. Some more brackets, guys. These are going to be for the radiator. They're going to sit like this. Kind of hard to see in there, but get the gist of it. That all tacked up on the bottom. I think I already went over that, but for this, again, we're not fucking holding up the world. So I just got a piece of round stock again here, 3/8. I'm gonna run it so it's like perfectly level. And then this is gonna come out here. It's kind of like a hold. So I can't get it out. Something like that, right? And then we're gonna lob this off and make it look really nice. And that end will just go back there. All it's got to do is hold the top of the radiator in. There's no support, none of that. It's just holding it upright. Granted, there will be coolant and a fan on it, but I think once that's welded, it ain't gonna. You'd really have to push on it to bend that. So, yeah, let's tack it up. A recap, a full-on recap of what we got done today, just bracketry wise. Okay, so that would be the radiator mount here. Just start with that since it's hanging out in the middle. The fender mounts are right there. And then I have the original bolts that I'm going to use for those because I hate how those, I just grabbed those bolts just for shits. So that's radiator. My fucking awesome broom hood prop. Radiator brackets that I just bent up out of the flat stock. And then those are the intercooler mounts. So I can still pull it out of the bottom. I didn't want to eliminate the option of doing that. And yeah, so that's most of the bracketry. And then, oh, I forgot. This is all factory brackets, obviously, too. So, and that's our little bumper headlight bracket support deal there. And then, okay, you guys are probably gonna fucking call me a straight weirdo, but I seen people pro pressing their fucking LS fittings and shit, so that kind of made me laugh, and it got me thinking, I'm gonna use a fucking union for this hot side mount here. All I'm gonna do is just cut it in. It's kind of ghetto, kind of cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut it in and then butt weld the hex sides so that way I can unscrew. When I want to pull the hot side off, I'll just unscrew it down here. I thought that would be kind of different. Looks kind of ghetto, but it's gonna work really well. And otherwise I gotta order a flange or figure out something else. Something fucking special and expensive to put a flange on there, which it just doesn't fucking pay. I'm just gonna hold this little guy on, fucking tighten it up when I wanna put the hot side on. So yeah, that's about it, guys. That will wrap up the bracketry and all that. And that's just it. I think I covered most of it. So there's a lot of room in here yet for activities, but yeah, that'll get us pretty much knocked out to where I can paint the front end. I'm probably gonna do the cold side and the exhaust before I pull the front clip off again to do a final weld on all of it and paint it. So the only other thing I didn't cover was the hood pins, which I got the quick release ones from Amazon, which are right here. I don't know if you'll be the carbon fiber ones. If they fit, great. If they don't, I'll figure something else out. But yeah, I'm hoping to run the stud up through here, and then they'll go up through here, ideally. But it might be a little too short, so I'm not exactly sure. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet. This is pretty stiff plastic here, so if you guys want me to do a video on that, I can. I'm sure there's 8,900 million videos of putting quick release fucking hood pins on YouTube already, but that's why I kind of left it out. I figured I'd just cover, you know, like all the more like custom. That's what a lot of people forget doing this shit. I mean, Zeus fasteners are probably a little faster to do, but same difference. You still have to make a mounting surface for it, so it's just all the little tedious, you know. I drilled fucking 29 holes today, and I mean, I capped the ends of those just to make them nice, and it takes a lot of time to do shit in a way that it comes out nice. So it's easy to half-ass shit and throw it on here, but that's the tough part, is taking your time and doing it the right way, and then obviously making all the little brackets and drilling all the holes. Granted, I had a brand new set of drills, but drill bits, but yeah, it just takes time to make all the brackets and do all that, and then not to mention all the whole welding process. So yeah, I will get you guys going on the next one. I have a hot side video coming. And then most of my cold side shit is in the mail, so I'll be able to start working on that pretty shortly. I want to get the exhaust on and then do the cold side, so yeah, I will keep you guys in the loop and keep you updated. Like, subscribe. Deuces.